Hello students and welcome back to the class. We are doing the chapter integers that we started in the previous class only, and till now we have understood the meaning of integers, positive and negative integers, and how to show the same on the number line. And I hope you understood this much. That is, now you are able to compare the integers, that is positive and negative and all, that is which one is greater than the other, and that we can understand better with the help of number line. So since now we have understood the meaning of integers, now the next thing we have is, if we are given the positive or negative integers, then how to do the addition of the integers. That is, how to go for addition of the integers. Those integers can be positive and positive, can be positive and negative, can be negative and negative. So three possibilities we have, and that is what we are going to learn today with the help of examples. I hope you will be able to understand the concept, and let's start with the class now. So the topic is addition of integers, and before we start, one thing you already know, that is, if you are given any number 20, 30, if you go on adding them, what is to be done? You know what is to be done? 3 plus 2, 5. So this thing you already know. And here if you just write 20, basically you are writing plus 20. So plus 20 is written as 20, 30 is plus 30, they are same thing. So in general, whenever you are adding two numbers, they are basically positive integers, and the final answer you are getting is 50, which is also can be written as plus 50. So we can say, if positive and positive numbers are there, positive integers are there, then directly we know how to add them, and the answer is also coming, which is a positive integer. So we can say positive integers added, so that we can write down also positive integers added, and the result is also positive integer. So here we don't have any doubt, because this you are doing for last many years, because you know how to add the numbers, and that is nothing but the addition of positive integers. You are already doing it, so there is no doubt in this case at least. But it is possible that you are given plus 30 and minus 20, and you have to add them. Then we have to see what is to be done. So adding positive integers you already know, but when we have positive and negative integers, how to add them? If you have a negative and negative, for example, if I have to add minus 20 with minus 10, then what should be done? So that is what we are going to learn today. If we have positive and positive numbers, there is no problem in the addition, but if you have plus 20 and plus minus 30, then what should be the answer? So you can see these two are different examples. Here we have positive and negative integers, they are to be added. Here we have negative and negative integers, they should be added. So in such case, what is to be done and how to do it, and what methods we have to solve this kind of question, that is to be understood in the today's class. So let's start now. So for this we have a very simple rule. So we'll go for directly rules for addition. That is for integers. So now when you talk about integers, we'll take all the numbers, positive, negative, both are possible. So the very first rule says that, so let me first tell you, if I write down p somewhere, it basically means positive integer. So that we'll understand how to learn it, okay? If I write down n somewhere, means I am talking about negative integer. Because all the time writing positive, negative will take time. So now onwards, if I write down p somewhere, means there is a positive number. If it is n, it is negative number. That is negative integer, simple. So first rule we understood, that is, if we have p and p, that is positive and positive number, we are getting the answer which is also a positive integer. So for example, 2 plus 4 is 6. So you know, if it is 2, it is also plus 2. So we can write down this way, plus 2 plus 4, they are added together, what we are getting? Plus 6. So this is one thing we have already understood. So directly we can write down, that is plus 2 can be written as 2, plus and plus can be written as plus only, and 4, that is equal to 6. So this we already know. So this is the first rule we have, positive and positive will be added together, we'll get the answer which is also positive. So here we just have addition. So we can say, if you have two positive integers and in between we have plus sign, just add it and get the answer, that will be also a positive integer, no doubt. Let's go for rule number 2. We have positive plus negative. Now we have one positive number and one negative number, that is positive and negative integers are to be added. Then what is to be done? So very first is, in general, if we have positive and negative integers and in between you have a plus sign, then you will go for subtraction. We are doing addition, but overall the answer will be nothing but the subtraction of both the numbers. So this is the rule we have to understand. I will take the example to understand this also. So this is a simple rule. So if you have one positive number or one positive integer, one negative integer, and between they have plus sign, means they are to be added, then overall we have to do the subtraction of both the numbers. Okay, so let's see the example. So we have 4 plus minus 2. So we have one positive integer 4, we have one negative integer minus 2, and in between we have plus. So what is to be done according to the rule? This will be subtracted. So 4 minus 2 is how much? 2. Okay, this is one thing. Second thing is, now overall the answer which is coming, that is 2, can be positive or can be negative also. And for that we have to see both the numbers again. Now here what you see, we have 4. We can write down this as plus 4, and here we have minus 2. So first of all we understood that if we have positive and negative integer, what is to be done? Overall it will be subtracted. So subtract the lower one with the greater number and finally write the answer. Now this final answer can be positive or negative integer depending upon which integer is positive, which integer is negative. Means here we have 4 and 2, and 4 is greater than 2 we know, but here we have to see in front of the number which is greater, whatever sign we have, whether it is positive or negative, that sign has to be given in the answer. I am repeating again, when we have positive and negative integer, in between if you have a plus sign, means they are to be added. What is to be done? We have to do the subtraction. Second thing, after doing the subtraction, we have to see out of the two integers, which integer is greater one, that is 4 and 2. Don't see the sign now, see 4 and 2. So 4 can be written as plus 4, minus 2 is minus 2. Now see out of these two which is greater 1, 4. Now for this, whatever sign we have, that is positive sign, that sign should be the answer. So here overall the answer will be plus 2, or just write down 2. So after doing the subtraction, we have to put the sign of the number which is greater 1. So here 4 is greater than 2. So overall in front of 4 we have positive. So we'll write down positive 2, or we can say that is just 2. Let's take more example to understand this. Okay, so this will continue here, and just remember P for positive, N for negative. Now let's take another example, 10 plus minus 4. So very first we understood we have a positive and negative integers. So we understood we have to do this subtraction. So we know 10 minus 4 is how much? 6. Now in plus front of 10 we have positive sign because there is nothing, and here we have 4, in front of 4 we have minus sign. Now if you compare 10 and 4, which one is greater? 10. In front of the greater number, what sign we have? Positive. So final answer will be in positive. All this can be directly written as 6, because if we just write down 6, it means plus 6. So I hope you understood this rule. If we have a positive and negative integers, if they are to be added, then finally we are basically going to subtract them. After doing the subtraction, we have to see in front of the greater number what sign we have, whether it is positive or negative. Answer will be of that sign only, that is positive or negative. So let's take one more example. That is minus 10 plus 3. Okay, so now we have the next, that is minus 10 and plus 3 to be added. So again we have one negative integer and we have positive integer, and between we have plus sign. So overall we have to do the subtraction. So we know 10 minus 3 is how much? 7. But now you see 10 and 3, in front of 10 we have minus, in front of the 3 we have plus. Now we know 10 is greater than 3, and in front of 10 what we have? Minus sign. So finally the answer will be in minus. So we can say if a positive and negative integers are added such that the negative integer is having a more value, you can say that is 10, then in that case the final answer will be negative only. So it is possible that if we are doing the addition of positive and negative integer, sometime we get positive answer, that is the answer is positive. Sometime it is also possible we are getting negative integers. So I hope you understood. After doing the subtraction of positive and negative integer, see both the numbers, the number which is greater and having the sign, whatever sign it is there, the same sign should come in the answer. Take one more example to have more clarity of this. That is 20 plus minus 40. So again we have positive and negative integer, and according to the rule we have to do the subtraction. So we know 40 minus 20 is how much? 20. Now what we see, here we have 20, here we have 40. 40 is greater and in front of 40 we have minus sign, so the answer should have negative sign here. Simple. So that is the rule we have. Whenever we have positive and negative numbers or integers, just subtract them. Now see the numbers, the greater number, whatever sign it has in front of the that number, same sign should be there in the final answer. So we can say by adding the positive and negative integers, we can get positive integer also, we can get negative integer also. So I hope this is understood, and we have taken both examples to get this concept. So I hope this second rule is clear, and let's go for rule number 3. That is, you have negative and negative integers to be added. So just take an example, minus 4 plus minus 3. So in that case, what is to be done? So remember, when we have negative and negative integers and in between we have a plus sign, so we are going to do addition only. So we'll do the addition, no doubt, okay. But addition, after addition, whatever answer will come, that should be negative integer. Means by adding the negative and negative integers, whatever answer will get, in front of that we again have to put negative sign, that is the answer will also be negative integer all the time. So just take an example, here we have negative and negative according to the rule addition, so 4 plus 3 7, and according to this rule it has to be a negative integers, put minus sign, that's it. Okay, take one more example, like minus 20 plus minus 60. So again we have negative and negative integer, n plus n, what is to be done? Addition. So 20 plus 60, 80. According to the concept, finally the answer should be in negative, so put on a minus sign. So we can say all the time when negative and negative integers are added, the answer is a negative integer. That is all the rule we have. So I hope you understood all the 3 rules. So briefly we can summarize, that is 1, that is P and P will be just added, and that will be also a positive integer, no doubt. So result will be a positive. If you have P plus N, that will be subtracted, and this can be a positive or negative integer. So when positive and negatives are added, basically we do the subtraction, and the final answer can be a positive integer, can be negative integer, both depending upon which number is having a positive and negative sign. Okay, this is number 2. And number 3 we understood, if you are going to add negative and negative, it will be added only, but it will be a negative integer. So answer will be always a negative integer. So I hope you understood the rules. That is directly how can you do it. And now let's try to understand the same thing with the help of number line. So let's take on number line. Okay, so let me make a rough diagram quickly, that is how to show the addition of integers on the number line. So let's take some examples here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's take minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So how to show the addition of integers on the number line? So just take an example. First of all, we have 2 plus 1. So we know positive and positive is very simple. 2 means first we'll go to 2 and then we have 1. So that is 1 here. So answer is 3. That is nothing but 3. This we already know. Okay. So positive and positive is not a difficult task to show on the number line because you have already understood here in the previous chapters. But if we have 3 plus minus 2, so how to show it on the number line? So what is to be done? Very first we have 3. So from here 1, 2, 3, jump to 3. And then we have negative 2, minus 2. So minus means you have to come back. So starting from 3, minus 2, that is 1, and 2 you will come back. So that is, so this is showing you plus 3, this is showing minus 2. So minus 2 means you are coming back starting from 3, and how much back we have to come? 2. So overall where you are finally, that is 1. So the answer is 1. And we understood also this rule, plus minus you always subtracted, and in front of 3 we have plus sign, so finally the answer is in plus, no doubt. So I hope you understood this. Let's take 5 plus minus 6. Okay, let's understand this also on the number line. So always remember, negative means you have to come back. So first we have plus 5, so let's go for plus 5. So from here to plus 5, so this is my plus 5. Now minus 6, that is we have to come back. How much? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So finally where we are coming? That is minus 6. Finally we are coming at minus 1. So answer is how much? Minus 1. And we understood also, if we have positive and negative integer, they are to be subtracted. So subtraction is 1. Now 6 is greater, in front of 6 we have minus sign, so answer is also minus. So I hope you understood this one. And let's take next example to understand another on the number line, and then we'll take some examples from the book. So for example, we have minus 3 plus minus 1. Let's try this also. Okay. So that is negative and negative. So very first minus 3 is here. So from here we'll come to minus 3. From 0 to minus 3. And then again minus 1. So again what is to be done? Minus 1 is where? This side. Because we know, if you have to go for positive, you'll go right hand side. If you have to go for negative, you'll go left hand side. Always remember. For positive, you'll go front. For negative, you'll go back. So this you have to remember. So you have a positive number, go in front. If you have negative numbers, come back. That is, come backward. And this is what is done here. So first we had minus 3. Minus, we know we have to come back. So minus 3. And then again we have minus 1. Again we have to come back. Where? 1. So 1 is coming back. So how much we are having finally? That is minus 4. So we understood this also. When we have negative and negative, they are basically added, and the final answer should be a negative integer. So we are adding 3 and 1, 4, and in front of the number 4 we have a negative sign because it is a negative integer. So this is how we can do the addition on the number line when we have integers. So let's take some examples to understand. So addition without number lines. So we'll take some examples. So numbers are given to you, positive, negative. You have to do the addition without number line. That is direct method. So let's take one question. That is, I'm taking from unsolved. Minus 2 plus 6. So we understood this is minus 2, which is a negative integer, and this is a positive integer. And we know when we have negative and positive, what we do? We do the subtraction. and finally after subtraction we have to see which number is greater and what sign we have in front of that number. So first of all 6 minus 2 is how much? 4. And now 6 is greater, in front of 6 we have plus sign, there is no negative sign, so finally the answer should be in positive. That's it. B is given to you minus 6 plus 2, just opposite. So again we have negative and positive only, so negative, positive, subtraction has to be done. 6 minus 2 is how much? 4. Now here we have 6 greater than 2 and in front of 6 what we have? Minus sign, so answer should be negative. So always remember this rule, when we have positive negative, do the subtraction and then you see the number which is greater. In front of that number, whatever sign we have, positive negative, that sign should come in the answer. That's it. Okay, so I hope you understood, and let's take one question based on the number line. So number 2, that is addition on number line. Okay, so very first is given plus 7 minus 1, plus 7 and minus 1. So very first let's make a rough 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, minus 1 minus 2 if it is required. So very first plus 7, so you know from 0 you'll jump to 7. So this is showing plus 7, and then minus 1 means we have to come 1 back. So from 7 where will come? You'll come back to 6. So this is minus 1, and finally where you are coming? You are coming at 6. Answer is 6, no doubt. Okay. B is minus 13 plus 10. So I think that number I've not written. Let me take less than 7. Plus 10 minus 5. Let's try. Plus 10 and minus 5. So for that I have to add 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so let's try. But when you draw the number line, always remember the distance should be equal. Here I'm not maintaining, but you must maintain equal gap between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4. You can take the gap of 1 centimeter, and that must be followed. Okay, so we have plus 10, so we'll jump to plus 10 very first, from 0 to plus 10. So this is plus 10, and then minus 5. Minus 5 means we have to come back how much? 5. So 1 2 3 4 5, so it'll come back to 5 only. So finally what we are getting? 5. So answer is 5. And you can apply the rule also, positive and negative, what is to be done? Subtraction. After subtraction, the number which is greater, whatever sign it has, same sign should be there in the answer. So 10 is greater than 5, in front of 10 we have plus, so answer is plus. So always remember plus 6 and 6, they are same thing, so no need to write down plus 6. 6 is understood, it is positive number. So plus 5 and 5, they are same, so no need to write down plus in front of 5, it is understood, it is positive integer. So that is all we have today, and in the next class we will take some questions from the exercise to understand the same concept properly. You must revise it yourself, try to play with the numbers, try to take positive, negative, 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 and try to add the numbers properly using the number line, without the number line, and just see if you are able to do it. So for today it's done. Just take care, be at home. Thank you, and Hari Om.